Hi YouTube. It's quite late in January for me to do this, but I thought it was quite a fun thing to do because I've really enjoyed watching other people's videos of their favourite products for 2012. And although I know that not many people watch my videos, I quite enjoy recording them and thinking about what I've enjoyed or what I'm using, and also it kind of records it for me in the future so that I have an idea about what I used when and what I haven't used. So here goes. I've selected 12 products that I've really enjoyed using either throughout 2012 or at particular seasons. And it's quite interesting to me that most of the products that have really stood out for me have been products about improving my skin, basically, or making my skin look good. It's not to say I haven't enjoyed using lots of different lipsticks, eyeshadows, eyeliners, mascaras, all those things I have, but I've kind of flitted from one to another. The really standout products for me, and maybe this is a reflection of my age because I'm middle-aged and therefore, although I have good skin for my age, it's skin that's older skin. And really good products that make my skin look good make me look good. Whereas the eye stuff and the lip stuff and the rest of it, frankly, that's the icing on the cake. So that's what I've kind of concluded looking at these products. If I had to, I'm not sure I can pick one product that has stood out from all the rest this year. But looking at the ones that I've used consistently throughout the year, or at least since I've bought them, these are the standouts. The first one is the cheapest, and it's Maybelline's Dream Loonie Touch Camouflage Luminous. And I've talked about this in a number of different videos throughout the year. I tried it after I saw it being used. I can't even remember on whose video, whether it was Tanya Burr, who's an English bloggist very well known over here, or Miss Glamorazzi, Ingrid. I honestly can't remember which one of them. I think they both use it. I've not been previously a drugstore fan. I had used the famous Touche Éclat. I have also discovered and talked about this year Liz Earle's luminising pen, which I also like. But for the price, this is a standout product and I use it several times a week, sometimes literally every day. It gives fantastic overall coverage to my dark circles, both concealing and luminising at the same time, unlike Touche Éclat. I also use it, around the corners of my nose and mouth to highlight. It's super blendable. It's really good value. The formulation seems to me pretty much the same both here and in the United States. I've bought it both places. And I suppose if I had to choose one product that's a kind of standout, certainly drugstore or cheap, this is it. So I've really enjoyed using that, and I've purchased about 3 so far. I mean, I do go through them quite quickly, it's fair to say, but I'll buy more. Another standout facial product was the Liz Earle Super Skin Tint, Sheer Skin Tint SPF 15, which I wear in beige too. It's basically a tinted moisturiser, but it gives real luminosity, and I've worn it quite a lot this year. I am using up my Laura Mercier tinted moisturiser at the moment. That's a great product as well that I've used for many years, and I have no doubt I will buy more of it. It gives slightly better coverage than this, but this gives more luminosity. So especially in the summer, I really wore that a lot. And the other primer that I wore the most, I mean, I have a number of primers, is this very expensive one from Burberry, and what's it called? It's the Fresh Glow. It's in one shade. It's a gorgeous, luminous primer. Because it's expensive, I tend to only use it in the evenings when it gives a great finish to my makeup. I'm not sure, therefore, whether it is as effective as some other primers if you really are wanting to keep your makeup looking flawless for 12 hours. I do use Urban Decay's All Nighter as well, which I think is fantastic as a finishing spray. I've used that for a couple of years now, but it's a lovely product, just very pricey. And the other pricey product that I have used all year complexion-wise since I bought it is the Dior Amber Lights. You know, everybody, it's all over YouTube. Fantastic highlighter. And I do, if I'm being lazy, use some of the individual colours as eyeshadow. I really, really like it. You can still get it, although they've discontinued it in a lot of stores. And it's a great product. I'm kind of tempted to buy the pink one as well, but I haven't succumbed so far. The other product I got towards the end of the year, talked about it in my other video today, this wonderful foundation brush, Shiseido. I've used it constantly since I bought it, but that's only 3 weeks ago. As far as eye products go, two that I've used all year. The Chanel Illusion d'Ombre in Emerveille. It's this colour that I use, this pinky one. It's fantastic just to give a wash of colour over the whole eyelid and brow bone when I'm in a rush. With some eyeliner and mascara, I'm good to go. It's a fantastic consistency, colour, shimmer. You can see that I've used quite a lot of it this year since I got it. And unlike the other colours that I bought in this, it hasn't dried out. Cross fingers, it won't. And of course, Naked 2. I don't need to say anything about this because it's all over YouTube. But it just is a fantastic selection. And, you know, it's a really easy go-to. Although I've used it a lot, most of the colours still look virtually untouched. And I can see myself. It's such a practical palette as well, using it for years to come. I like my MAC shadows as well, but the palette I just feel is slightly less portable for purposes when I'm travelling. Then there are a couple of products that I used consistently in the summer. I've talked about this before, another Burberry product. They're outstanding products in the luxury range. They're expensive, but very high production values. I really love their makeup. It's nothing flashy, but it's really good quality. And this was the limited edition Summer Glow palette, which I wore consistently in the summer. It's not quite strong enough to wear at this time of year, but I've no doubt I'll get it out again next year. And I've hardly made any impression on that, despite having used it a lot. This was a product I used primarily on holiday, and it's a Guerlain Terracotta. I don't think it's a limited. It's their Sun in the City. I bought it probably in March before going on holiday at the airport. And it's a very strong gold. I'm a glitter fan. It's not really a glitter, rather than a very strong gold highlighter, which looks fantastic when you're a bit tanned or on holiday. It's a bit OTT for every day. So it was very much a summer one, but again, a product I'll go back to. And I had lots of favourite lipsticks, but in the summer, this was the one that I wore a lot. It's one of the Rouge Volupte from YSL, shade 30. Very pretty coral. Again, fantastic summer shade. And, I wore it day in, day out. A very soft consistency, quite slippery on the lips. For some reason, I don't like them as much in winter. In winter, this was my kind of surprise favourite, and this was from the Chanel Holiday Collection, which, as you know, I loved. And this was their Velvet lipstick in L'Impatiente. I thought it would be terrible on my colouring, but in fact, I've loved it. Worn it a lot with their Plum Attraction blusher. Looks really good. And lastly, the holiday palette as well. My first Chanel eye palette for a long time. I like the consistency of these a lot more than some of their recent editions. And again, although I've worn it consistently in December, I've made barely any impression on the colours. And I can see myself using it a lot still in the coming months and in future years. So those were my favourites in 2012. Let me know what yours are. Bye for now.